Once upon a time in Storybook Ending, someone disguised as my dumbass predecessor Tabs walked out of Annabella's home, confusing Jojo and emotionally hurting Tom? Back in the fables, the very self aware lamb asks the speakers to figure out where the wolf went so that they can get on with the story as the author intended.
Myself and Viola find the shadow of the wolf nearby, which opens up just enough to reveal Annabella's home. Deciding it would be best to escape the fables as quickly as possible to stop the renegade wolf, myself and the other speakers find our way to the story of the fox and the goat, where Rowan is just kind of an asshole as usual.
You would know. Hello and welcome to Storybook Ending. My name is Loxley. I use V, Veer, or they, them pronouns, and I will be your keeper of stories. With me today is Addie.
My name is Addie, the player. I use she, her pronouns, and I play the character Margie Gloucester, who also uses she, her pronouns.
We also have Danny.
I'm Danny, and I'll be playing Viola Thomas. Both of us use she, her pronouns.
Next we have Killian.
Hey there, I'm Killian. I use they, them pronouns, and I play Tabs the fox, who uses he, they pronouns.
And lastly, Grim.
My name is Grim. I use any pronouns you throw at me, and my character, Orion Murrah, does the same.
Orion! Orion! Shit! Jojo struggles with the door of a total luxury vehicle before it pops open and a hand, with its bones glowing purple, reaches out. I'm fine, dumbass. Calm down. That was fun. You're fine? You're fine. Was this a magic thing? Nah, it was a rich person thing. Go catch someone going 3 miles over the speed limit or whatever the hell you do. Orion, seemingly entirely uninjured, walks far too casually from the wreckage of his brand new car, and a very bewildered cop. He pulls out his phone and, a moment later, puts it to his ear. Hey, Wadsworth. Yeah, the car was fun. Yes, was. Turns out I was being way too conservative with my basically infinite money. Why not burn $1 million here and there to have a little fun? He hangs up.
Loxley.
So, we see Tabitha and the goat man, not the goat man, a man that represents the goat, standing atop the ground next to the well. And we see Annabella, Viola, Margie, Orion, and Rowan still inside the well. It's just a little bit too high for any of them to get out on their own. What do you do?
Can Margie still cast lit or light to float out?
I don't think you made it permanent.
I did. Actually, sorry, I have.
Oh, is it on
You
your sheet?
did?
Yeah, it's on my sheet. And I use
Oh.
staring as my impulse. Sorry.
Okay.
Can I piggyback off of your spell real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
I want to use gain like a rope ladder. And if you float up and just put the rope ladder at the edge of the well.
Yeah. Can we do that, Loxley?
Okay. Teamwork. I like to see it.
Okay. I guess I'll.
First, let's have Margie roll with light/lit. How many levels
Oh,
did you
2.
put in there? 2.
To
Okay.
daring.
All right. And you marked off the potential points for that?
Yep.
All right. So roll your 2d6, keeping in mind that because this is a misspelling and you're not using it for the word lit, you're using it as light, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is probably going to have an unfortunate side effect.
Okay. Highest is a 5.
Okay. Yeah, I think it works. Let me think of what the Oh, okay. I think it works. It works a little too well. I think you become very light and you're able to get out of the
Mm-hmm.
well, except then you just kind of keep going upwards.
Well, shoot, I don't have the Orion's rope, so.
I think we can kind of have this happen simultaneously. Ryan, you were casting gain to gain a rope ladder.
Yeah, a 5 and 2 1s.
All right. I assume you hand one end of the rope ladder to Margie.
Yes.
All right, Margie. You grab the end of the rope ladder and you start floating up, and then you keep floating until you're just kind of like anti-gravity hanging off of the other end of the rope ladder of Orion.
Okay.
So you're just on opposite ends. You're basically upside down, grabbing onto it in the air. You're not. It's not super long, so you're not like
Mm-hmm.
gonna, hurt yourself super severely if you fall. But it is a very cartoonish sight.
And to that, Margie says, "Man, floating spells rarely agree with me."
Abs is gonna rush to try and help out.
Okay.
Try and pull her, try and grab the ladder, I guess, or or Margie, and like try and pull her down toward the ground.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's because the spell itself was not super like powerful or cast with massive intent. I think it's easy enough to kind of negate the side effect here.
Okay. Orion's going to offer the ladder to Viola first, and he's still going to be staring absolute daggers at Rowan.
Viola will climb up.
Rowan is trying to act really casual and cool and not like rush for the way out of the well because he got kind of humiliated the last time he tried to do that. So he just like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. Oh. I don't know. I can get out on my own.
Orion's gonna let Rowan up after Viola's all the way up.
Um, I don't know if Rowan accepts it just because he's very suspicious of you because you took away his grapes. What do you say to him, or do you just kind of wave at it?
Orion's gonna shrug if Rowan doesn't get up on there the rope ladder. He's gonna shrug and just go up it anyways.
All right. Yeah, I think Rowan is a little bit too suspicious and doesn't want to once again get beaten is a strong word here, but outwitted.
When Orion's at the top, he's gonna call down, "Look, I'm not even the one holding the ladder. It's Tabs, and they're a better person than me." So
Mm, and he kind of crosses his arms and
Rowan, just come up.
fine, but I'm not getting roped into your power of friendship bullcrap.
Uh-huh.
no, it's the power of ladder.
Yeah, that's fine. And he very tentatively climbs up the rope ladder. And then you drop it and he splashes it. He looks like a dummy. No, I'm kidding. I hope I'm kidding. I am kidding, right?
Abs isn't dropping it.
Okay. Whew.
No.
When he actually gets to the top and climbs over without you like pulling one over on him or humiliating him, as Aesop's Fables Fox often does, he looks at you kind of surprised, Tabitha, and he says, thank you. What's the play here?
And now you owe me an answer.
Okay, that's what you're.
Tell me about the author.
Yeah, no, of course you weren't just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Why would we? I could tell you about the author, but I think it's better to show you. all of you close your eyes.
Fuck no, don't do that.
Not a chance.
Damn it. Okay, I didn't think it would work twice, but it would have been so funny if it did.
Mhm.
Listen.
And I mean, the goat is also here to fill in any gaps that you failed to tell us about.
Ah, shit. That guy loves to blabber. Am I right?
What do we mean to push him back into the well?
Counterintuitive.
He, very casually steps further away from the well to be on the opposite side of Orion from it.
I do have a question before we get into this.
Okay.
Has Margie's spell ended, or is she still floating upwards?
Oh, I think when Tabs pulled you back down, you were probably able to kind of re-find your footing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rowan is very clearly avoiding the subject of the author and sort of trying to like very slowly inch backwards away from you all.
We're paying close attention.
Tabs is gonna follow
Oh boy.
and grab him by, like, the wrist.
Okay.
I believe you owe us answers.
Okay. Look, you're oh god. Okay. If I get like unwritten or something, then that's my ink is on your hands. Okay, buddy?
Understood.
Feels weird to call you buddy. That's weird, right?
That's Tad. Now get on with it.
Okay. Well, okay, what do you want to know exactly? Because the author's a pretty complex character.
As much as you know about the author, I'd like to hear it. You and everyone else seem to have known about this author, and I've known you as well as everyone else, and I don't know anything about this author. How come I was the only one who didn't know, Rowan?
I know, and I took a lot of glee in that because you were kind of an asshole to me that one time, and I thought it was funny that I knew something you didn't. Everyone knew something you didn't. Like, we all talked behind your back, and I'm definitely not making this up, but we all talked about you behind your back, about how you were a little piss baby.
Sure. Can you get on with it?
Oh, fine. Okay. So the author, God, okay. He hasn't always been here, right? Like he sort of entered the story themselves. Kind of nebulous there. They kind of entered the story like a while back. It's hard to say because, time distortions and all that. They're the shadowy figure. You always see them in the corner of your vision. They're influencing the story. They don't talk to many of us. I'm kind of one of their, like, I wouldn't say I'm like a teacher's pet. I'm way too cool to be considered that. I would say that I'm their favorite because I'm really cool and charming.
Definitely.
And that's why.
Which is why you are my understudy.
I mean, I was your understudy. Now I'm the fox from the Aesop's Fables. And you're just some loser from Fox Drums.
You still refer to me as the fox from Aesop's Fables, as well as saying that I left some big shoes for you to fill.
Look, that was in the past. I was in a stressful situation. I didn't mean any of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're like, just look. Okay, look. I used to think that you were pretty cool, but it turns out it doesn't take a genius to play this role. It just takes someone with a lot of confidence. And confidence is something that I can fake until I make. Right? And I made it. Boy, did I make it. And so when the author said that he wanted to send you to the quote unquote real world as a ploy, and that I could take your place, I was like, oh, hell yeah, sign me up, put me in, coach. You know what do you get what I'm saying here?
As a ploy for what? For what end?
Oh, I don't know. He doesn't share everything with me. Jeez. You should, honestly though, they don't seem to love your existence. You should probably try to get out of here. Because, like, I'm not a big fan of any of you. Although, and he points at Margie and he says, it was pretty funny the way you like went upside down and stuff. But like, I don't want to see you get like unwritten. I don't know how that would work with you being from a different world. You should probably try to escape as soon as possible.
That's what we're trying to do.
Good to hear. Orion, you wanted to cast a spell?
Yes, I want to do something dumb.
Oh boy.
I want to see if I can force my way out like the wolf seems to have.
Okay, like out of the fables into the real world?
Yep, back into reality.
Okay.
I'm gonna use daring, which is 4d6.
Casting
Thankfully,
a
I
new
don't.
spell then?
Yep. Thankfully, I don't
Okay.
have any wounds on me currently.
That's not a great set of letters, I'm gonna be honest.
Mm.
Just 10 letters.
Let's see. I'm bad at spelling, guys.
The good news is you can spell things wrong and still pull it off.
Did you want suggestions?
I'm sorry, I kind of just went in
Yes,
there. My
please.
bad.
No. I always want suggestions. I can do breach.
That's true.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I can breach the pages of the story.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I can do IRL, real. Okay, so I would like to cast a breach to breach this these fables and get back to the real world. Similar to how the wolf has supposedly made it out.
Okay. Yeah. What does the spell look like as you begin to cast it?
Do I need to roll or do I just do it for this? Because I know this is probably a different thing.
Generally, you're not affecting spirit, I don't think. So I think because with new spells, you generally don't have to roll for effect unless they're doing that. So just go ahead and describe it.
Okay, well, in Orion's head, I'm assuming that like he sees this as like each time that they jump through, they're jumping through a page,
Mm-hmm.
and Orion's going to reach out. and The bones in his hand start glowing, and it travels up his arm as he seems to reach into space, and then he just like pulls at something that isn't there, and a breach opens up. It's tinted purple, and it's wherever we were when we first got pulled in.
Okay. I think this breach opens up.
I do want to set it as an ongoing spell just to make sure you don't slap it closed whenever someone walks through.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Ah,
I know you love to hear that. You
yay.
said you were specifically trying to emulate how the wolf got out of the stories into the real world, right?
Uh-huh.
So you breach the veil to get out of the story in the way that the wolf did. And I don't know how surprising it is when you're overtaken by shadow rather than Annabella's bedroom.
Oh, yay.
Because the wolf did not step out of the story of their own volition. And you realize that pretty quickly as this all-encompassing shadow surrounds you. And you hear this sort of whispery voice. Orion Mira. And you hear in sort of in your ears but also in your head, the voice says, I see I did not scare you away last time.
No, you just gave me a headache.
You mortals. You're so confident.
Continue on with your little monologue.
Why should I give you the time of day? Tell me, Orion Mura, what would you do to get back to the real world?
I don't like this question. What do you want in exchange for me to get back to the real world?
A spotlight appears in the darkness, and it's kind of blinding at first. It's right in front of you. And then, in the little bit of light cast throughout the shadow, a hand reaches out towards you, and you hear, I am willing to make a deal.
I would like to hear the terms of said deal.
Of course. All I ask is that you wait for my call, and I can get you where you want to go. If you would like to set this deal to ongoing, in your words, then perhaps I can help you even more. I recall you have a friend, one left, one you would like to speak with, would you not?
Easy now.
Very touchy.
I have terms as well. First, I would like to know what, for an example, what your calls might entail.
I think you misunderstand, Orion Mura. I do not need you like you need me.
Aesop, you are a dead man living in a story.
Whoever said I was Aesop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storybook Ending. Thank you for listening to the show.
While you're here, we wanted to ask you, and we're at your doorstep. We wanted to ask you for a rating and review. If you don't, we are going to pick you up and throw you into a well.
Just like Rowan.
Yeah, just like Ron. God, can you imagine? Ugh, being like that guy.
Imagine that guy.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
You should also share the show with your friends, because word of mouth is the best way to spread the show.
And while you're at it, you can join us on the actual place to chat with us and some fans.
Yeah.
It's a great place with a lot of different actual plays.
The next episode should be out on January 29th.
And we hope that you enjoy the rest of the show.
See you later. And I'm waving at my microphone, because that's how that works. We're going to cut to the others, because as Rowan is talking about this author, Orion, kind of in the background, seems to reach into the air, pull open a breach, and then disappear from all of your views in an instant. So, what do the rest of you do?
So he just disappears into shadow?
Like,
Yeah.
right before our eyes.
Yep.
Did he just disappear?
Rowan just keeps talking at first because he specifically was looking away from Orion. And he's like, so yeah, like I'm like super important to the author, and I'm kind of the author's favorite, and like I don't necessarily know
Rowan.
what, huh? What? What's up?
Orion just vanished.
Yeah, nice. You love to see it.
No.
Not nice, you stupid little fox!
Whoa, okay.
Wait one sec. Okay, did they see Orion disappear into shadows, or did he just disappear?
Yeah, let's say that like Shadow overtook his form and he kind of melted into it.
Delightful.
Right.
Your boss just kidnapped our friend!
I wouldn't say like boss as much as like a partnership, you know? I feel like we're on pretty equal footing, except that he's more powerful than me in every way, and I do his bidding, and they are
You're nothing
sort of.
more than his pet.
Okay, enough!
He's okay. Touchy.
Wait. Gosh, phones. Do they have phones on them? Shit.
Yeah. I don't think your phones have service, though.
No.
I don't think Aesop wrote about the cell towers in Fables.
No.
But you can, like, play games as long as they're offline. So that's fun.
So you could play Snake.
Rowan steps up and says, "Hey, do you have games on your phone?" And makes grabby hands towards you.
Google dinosaur. What did Orion do? I didn't see.
He just tore a hole in space-time, the usual kid things.
Ugh.
And then got swallowed up by shadows.
And how are we supposed to get him back? Would this happen with you, Rowan? Would you get swept up in shadows?
I mean, it's happened a time or two, yeah. That's pretty standard stuff.
Well, tell us a bit more about it.
The boss, I mean, the partner is very dramatic. And that's saying something coming from the Fox from the Aesop's Fables. Am I right? And he kind of elbows Tabs lightly.
Tabs glares. So, how long would it take for you to return from these shadows?
Oh, it's... And he kind of stops and he kind of scratches his chin and he says, "Time is strange here, is the thing.
Clearly.
So, I don't know, like, we usually loop the stories, and I'm kind of in a lot of them, so it's kind of back and forth. Maybe if you just go to the next story, this, what'd you say his name was?
Orion.
Orion.
Orion. Yeah, Orion might reappear. You never know. That's usually how it works for me, is I just appear at the next story.
He's not in this story, Rowan. He's not the Fox from the Fables. There's no story to call upon him.
Damn, what a loser.
You don't seem to have it quite great here either.
And Rowan kind of looks away and crosses his arms again. He's like,
And
you were in the same spot for like 2,000 years. Calm down.
he's
Yes.
in that weird human-ish form, right?
I think at this point, all of the fable creatures are like fully human. They have traits that are like reminiscent of the animals. Like he has that sort of reddish orangish hair. He's got very sly features, but he is fully human.
Viola is getting a little tired of his attitude. And so she is going to do the librarian stare.
Oh no. I'm in danger.
And if that doesn't shut him up, she's going to go over and grab him by the ear.
Oh my god.
Not hard, just uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
And start pulling him back towards the well.
Oh my god. Okay.
And she's going to point at the rope ladder
Uh-huh.
and say, "I think you need to go back down there and think about how you're treating people.
Oh my god.
And then we'll let you finish up your story."
Roll me a check, I guess. Oh my god. This is not what I was expecting to happen at all. He's gonna roll scheme as his defense. And he got a 4 as his highest. So what are
Okay.
you rolling against him?
She's going to use feeling.
Okay, makes sense.
5, 5, 3.
Okay, you completely knock his scheme out. God, this guy's taking a beating emotionally, I guess.
She is using the power of guilt.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he goes, ow, 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 as you tug on his ear, and then he just kind of looks at the well and then looks at you and realizes, like, oh yeah, no, I deserve this. And he just sort of sadly climbs down the rope ladder. And then looks up at you really pitifully from the bottom.
She'll pull the ladder up.
Oh. That's
You
what he
know
says.
how
He
to
says,
get out of there.
"Oh."
Don't make that face. You know how this goes. If you'd wanted to stay out here, perhaps you should have been nicer.
He's pouting at you.
Actions have consequences.
Oh my god. Sorry, this is me, Loxley. I'm just amazed at this turn of
page
events.
flipped.
And she will actually sort of look up towards the universe and repeat, actions have consequences.
Yeah, they sure do. Roll to turn the page to a new fable.
Okay.
What what impulse are you using here? Still feeling
Reason.
reason? All right, roll it up.
4, 5,
All right.
1, 4.
So no 6s, but you did get a 5 as your highest. That brings you to 6 progress. Oh, you're getting pretty high there. Actually, I think we're going to, as you sort of turn into words, I think we're going to cut back to Orion real quick. Partially to give me time to figure this out, but also because just to keep the sort of timeline here coherent.
So, an author who's not even in their own book. What are you then? Something similar to Eleog?
Don't mention his name.
Must have history.
You could say that. I am what Eleog wishes he was.
So you must be the antithesis to them.
You don't even know how close you are. Now, do we have a deal? I get you out of here. You do me a favor from time to time.
Can I twist your arm and get the rest of them out of here too?
They're only going to be a pain in my ass, but I suppose I could make something happen there. Do we have a deal?
Fine. Let's shake on it. Author.
We see the hand in the spotlight amidst all the shadows, reaching towards Orion. And we cut back to the others. We see Tabitha, we see Viola, Margie, Annabella, and we again see Rowan. They are all reformed in a forest. It's beautiful in the way that only nature can be. And we see a crow atop a tree limb with a piece of cheese in her beak. Rowan, still a little bit ashamed from the last loop of the last story, looks over at Tabs and says, "Would you like to do the honors? This is kind of your specialty."
Tabs will laugh a little and slowly nod as he walks over to the tree. My love, your feathers glisten in the light of this beautiful day. I'm sure a bird with such beauty as your own could sing even more magnificently.
Roll me a check, Tabs, to see how well you convince this crow.
Let's roll up some scheme.
Alrighty. Average difficulty of 4. Okay.
3 4s and a 3.
Yeah, with a whopping 3 4s, I think the crow opens her mouth and the cheese falls out and you deftly catch it. And Rowan behind you does look kind of impressed, like, damn, it always takes me a couple goes. And then you see the cheese in your hand starts to morph and change until it is the form of a book. It is a collection of Aesop's fables. The book flutters open in your grasp, and you can feel the immense magic of it pulling at you, ready to let you free, let all of you free. And then the entire scene is overtaken by shadow. You see Orion once more, you see each other, but you see nothing else except for infinite darkness. And then you hear a voice say, "Remember, we have a deal."